Hi guys, today we're going to react to a live performance of Empty Daydream by Lovebites.
Just let me go away. Just let me go my way. No. So I can.
Let's start at the beginning. What a freaking beautiful introduction. The piano part was beautiful, which is funny because we recently did an instrumental episode with Miyako by herself. And then Asami with that almost a cappella kind of part, that was beautiful. It reminded me as well that we were told that she comes from a kind of a soul hip hop kind of singing and moved into metal. And I was like, this is very soulful. This is beautiful. Her voice sounded just fantastic.
Yeah, at the beginning, I want to say, a ballad. And I love how Miyako leads these types of songs with her solos. And the a cappella, of course, got me. And I thought for a second, is this just Asami and Miyako? Because it can work if it's just them. And then I thought, no, that's not. It can be. It's a band performance. So I better be expecting something awesome. The first notion I got from the more bare part, the Miyako and Asami part, is a vein of melancholy and sadness. And then when the band joined in, it infused a hopefulness vein in it, possibly the intent. It didn't just amplify the performance. It changed the tone a bit. And I love that.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily saw it as hopeful, but it could be interpreted in that way because to me it felt almost like it starts off with that melancholy and sadness of a person who's been broken down. And when the music came in, it's like they're getting up on their feet. It's like, I'm going to fight back. Whether they're there yet or not is a different story, but it just felt like some sort of a fight back. And yeah, it is a very melancholy kind of song. So far, it seems like it's talking about a past relationship that didn't end well and has resulted in unrequited love, I guess, for the narrator, let's call it, the one singing these words, to a point where this unrequited love has become an obsession. There was a line there that talks about a growing addiction, and I'm pretty sure that's what it's about. So the person is asking to be let go of, but not necessarily just of that person, but in general, maybe even themselves to be able to let go and move on. And to gain some kind of self-respect and some sort of an identity that they know they have that they've kind of lost over this unrequited love. Just like that line, "I won't become a doll you control."
Yeah.
And yeah, just so far, gorgeous.
That first line, "just let me go away," at face value, it made me think for a split second that this is some sort of a toxic relationship where her lover held all the cards and he emotionally trapped her in the relationship. But then I started thinking that this, as you said, unrequited love, and she's actually saying, "get out of my head." And there's another line that caught my attention, that she forgot who she was because of this relationship. She lost sense of self because she was so obsessed with this person. So she's actually trying to snap out of whatever trance she's in because of that person. Maybe it's not even directed at that person, it's directed at her own psyche, to snap out of whatever burdens her with this broken heart so she can regain control of her life.
It was almost like the lines, as they follow, they become a bit more focused as to the specifics. It starts with "just let me go away," and then she says, "just let me go my way." So she's looking to find her own direction, and then saying, "just let me go, I won't become a doll you control." So she's realized that she's under his control and she needs to get herself back. And then she says, "I'm losing sight of me, I'm losing sight of you." So it's not only that I've lost who I am in this relationship, I've also lost sight of who this other person is, who I thought, they're not who I thought they were.
Yeah, exactly.
In a way. That final line, "I'm losing sanity and I don't know how I will go on." So it's like admitting, yeah, I've definitely lost my sanity over this. This is an obsession. This is not quite real and I need to find my way back. So it's more that sort of realization. To me, that felt like she's somewhat taking control. In that first couple of lines, she says, "silently you stare with cold empty eyes." It's almost like this is where they got to in the relationship, where he's looking at her like she's nothing. There used to be love there and all of a sudden it's like he's revealed his true self or something like that. Where the relationship it's just no longer valid. So that kind of leads to this whole realization and kind of goes from there. So I think ultimately I feel like this is going to be an empowering song, but obviously we're only halfway there, so we'll find out soon.
Yeah, well, I like that first line. She's actually identifying that he's not reciprocating her level of energy, her level of love, and it's been done too many times. And then she sees that's the real person that she's with. It can't possibly end well if she's spending all that energy and not having it given back.
Yeah, it's almost like that sort of time where that fog of love that falls over a relationship starts to dissipate. And for the first second, minute, whatever, you can see the real relationship that's there or lack thereof, and you start to realize things about the person in front of you, and you realize none of it is real. It was all this sort of, it was really, what you thought you felt and how it made you feel about being in this relationship, and it wasn't real. But the way you feel about it is still the same. You can't just kind of disconnect from your feelings and stop being in love because you realize that. So it turns into this obsession because you want to hold on to something that you don't want to lose, but at the same time, it's already gone. So that time it takes to come to terms with that.
Yeah, it's that moment of realization that not only is it gone, it was never there. It was just a romantic surge when a relationship begins. And then when the dust settles, you realize that, oh, this wasn't real.
I want show
Awesome.
Before we discuss anything else, that rhythm with the guitars, that tan tanner, tan tanner, it distinctively reminds me of a particular song, and I can't place it. It's just stuck in my head like a bug.
Yeah, same here. Something very, very, very familiar, and yeah, I don't recall it at the moment either.
Yeah. Before I go further into the subject matter, that beautiful amalgamation between Midori, Miyako, and Haruna just blew me away. They were like talking to each other in alien language. Such a beautiful build-up. And you can see that their proficiencies, instead of battling each other, they're complementing each other perfectly.
And there was a section where Miho was going nuts as well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she was fantastic. And as the song began, Asami kept it up all the way through. You know,
Yeah.
her voice was fantastic
Yeah.
in this.
When she says, "You never call my name, you never feel the same, you never make me feel like I deserve any love," it's like she's doing an inventory of the emotions that she should get from a lover, and then she actually dissects what makes it not feel real. Because when she looks at it at face value, without being enchanted from being so in love, she looks at it for what it is, and then she recognizes that he is not reciprocating her love in those little details. He never calls her name, he never makes her feel she deserves any love. She recognizes the problem and calls it by name.
And she follows that with, "I'm waiting for the dawn, I'm waiting for the time, I'm waiting for my bleeding heart to heal so I can go on." So she's saying, it's like an understanding that
Yeah.
she still needs to heal, and she's going to get there. But before that, earlier on, she says, pretending not to know the truth. So it's like she realizes also that she's pretending, she's been lying to herself through this relationship. She talks about rendezvous without emotion or pride. So basically their meetings and
Yeah.
whatever they do together lacks a real connection. And
Yeah.
she says, "I won't show how weak and sad I am inside, even though I know it's just silly pride." So she understands she's weak. This is an obsession.
Yeah.
It's almost like temporary insanity. I've lost my mind. I'm going to get it back. I just need some time. She's in the process of breaking away from this person and basically losing this obsession that takes hold of her life.
She's regaining control of her life, and knowingly she snapped into consciousness, because before, as you said, she was just going through the motions. She knew, underlined, she knew that something was wrong. She knew that this wasn't it, and she pretended that everything was okay when it was anything but.
And she's like moving towards this like dawn of a new day.
Yeah.
But even that is a journey, and she understands, I'm not there yet. I am aware of it. I understand it. I will get there. I just need that time. It is really positive and empowering.
She's at the point where she did snap out of whatever trance she was in. She just didn't heal fully.
Yet.
Yeah. So that's where she is. At least she's out of the emotional jail that she was in.
Fantastic song. As always, you know, with Lovebites, they never disappoint. I've yet to hear a song of theirs I didn't love.
If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icons. You'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
One of the things that struck me was his voice. Very, very clear and kind of breathy. Which is interesting because he doesn't do that sort of breathy singing. He doesn't elongate. He cuts things off short, and it's beautiful. I was really like loving it. I'm thinking, wow, this guy has got an awesome voice. Thanks again, guys. We appreciate all the support you've been giving us so far, and we hope it will continue. We will be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you then. Thanks again, guys. See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.